Hey, how's it going, DV? Haven't seen you in a minute, right? It's going well. Here, I could show you some updates in just a second. I messed with the sounds yesterday, and I forgot which one I used originally for our walking. We're gonna update it eventually. I think it was this one, Footstep 3. Not entirely sure. We'll use 3 for now because I think it'll be fine. Let's see. But yeah, right now we're just working on the UI. It might be. Let me know if it's too loud. The UI might be really loud. Our land sound. I think we used the same exact sound. It also might be this one. Wait, let's try this one. Oh, it was this one. 082. Okay. So that was our land, and this is our walk. All right, so yeah, we started making. It is might not be loud for you, but it's super loud for me. So I'm gonna reduce this. All right, there we go. It's a lot better. So yeah, it might not be too loud for you anymore, but yeah. Now we have these cool new UI buttons, and I added some sounds to them. Kind of like the way they sound. I think next week we're going to be working on the key bindings. So right now it's just the 2 panels that show your input. But yeah, I plan on adding key bindings. And then our menu, it's kind of the same, but with the new sounds. And right now, what I'm trying to do is introduce an options menu, which I think we already created. It's just it looks weird at the moment. Yeah, this is our options menu. So this is our music, and honestly, I could just change it here. And this is effects. And then we have our debug. But I think once we start this, it looks very, very strange. And that's because what we're doing right now is we have our label, and then inside our label, we got rid of the panel. So it's just the label, and then it's the slider right below it. I don't know why, but it seems like they're not even here. Like in our options menu, our music label is much. Oh, we could just edit it like that. There we go. And I think we want to make sure that we're centering this image, which we are here, but I guess when we edited these right here, we didn't. Oh no, they are centered. Hey, how's it going, Ichachi? We're just doing some UI stuff right now. Oh, we never added the button, so let's do that really quick as well. So we'll go into our escape menu. And we'll just duplicate one of these for now. So we're going to have to refactor how we make our UI, because like right now, what I'm doing is like, there's always like an edge case for like each of these buttons. For this panel, there's not much going on, but like if we go into maybe our option slider, there's usually like a continue button down here, and then I'm usually writing a script for each of these continue buttons. So I'd like for it to be a little bit more organized. In general, our like escape menu and like options menu isn't going to be too intense like on the CPU or anything like that, but I'd like for it to be organized. Just to have like good practices going into the game or going into like the late game stuff. It'd be nice if it was very organized. I also downloaded some like really cool assets the other day, like sound. Like you might have heard, like when I was like hovering over each of these buttons, I thought they sounded. They're like satisfying sounds. In sound design, it's called juicy sounds, or that's what someone told me. They sound like that's the vocabulary that a lot of sound designers use. Juicy to describe like how good a sound is. Yeah, let's put options here. And we're probably going to put maybe control. We could put controls in there. We could put difficulty there. And then we'll put the all of our sound options in there as well. So yeah, we'll leave it like that. And then in our script here, let's remove this signal. And then a new signal here. So yeah, usually what I think would be more ideal is like we have each of these functions checking for if any of these buttons are pressed. But I think what we should do instead is like name these buttons what they are. So like if this is the options menu, we should have a directory to our like options menu, but like we would say preload UI options plus button.get name. That'd make our life a little easier. And then we would just iterate through each of our buttons in like the ready function, like how we're doing right here. This is how I set like, we do button.connect focus entered. Basically, whenever we hover our mouse over that button, that's when it'll like play this click sound. Or if we click on it, then right here, if it's pressed, or if we press A on it, if we click on it or if we press A on it, then we'll play the confirm sound. How hard was it to figure out what the name of the game should be? So I guess it's kind of hard. I mean, it's all subjective, right? I could have named it, poopy platform. Like it really doesn't matter what the name is, I guess. Really depends on, I guess, the genre you're going for. I like the name Afterlife, but the thing is there are so many games already called Afterlife, so I was like, let me get something unique. But yeah, the name doesn't really matter too much. I would just say don't name it. If you plan on releasing it on Steam, don't name it something that's already taken. Like you're allowed to do that, but then it might get confused with other games. And then I guess another thing. Usually, actually, like a good rule of thumb is if you can't come up with something unique, you could name it something that like describes the game. So if it's like, a hard platformer in a dungeon, it's not too bad to call it, epic dungeon platformers. It's something like that. I mean, it might sound corny, but the description of the game is in the name, so like people would go into it knowing exactly what they're playing. But it really depends. Like if you're trying to make like a really popular game that like, has its own name or is like, something like freaking Undertale or, Celeste or something like that. Those are all unique names and you can't really tell what the game is about from just the title, but yeah, it just depends. So we did on options pressed. Yeah. So like I said, eventually what we should do is iterate through each of these buttons, and then based on the name of the button, then we'll open up the scene. But for now, since we don't have too many buttons, we're just going to say it here. And I think for now, what we're going to do is we're also going to include another variable called options menu node or options UI node. But eventually, I think what we should do instead is have a like sub UI node instead that controls like instead of having a controls UI node, a difficulty UI node, and options UI node, we should just have var sub UI node, and that'll capture any single like menu that we tried to open up. But since I've already started it like this, I'm going to keep it like this. So we'll do options UI node. And in here, we'll just say options UI node is equal to, and we should, oh yeah, we already grabbed the path. So we'll just say options UI node is equal to options menu dot instance, options menu dot instance, oops. And then we'll add this as a child. Options UI node. And then we do need to connect. Yeah, so stuff like this it's like super redundant because we could have just put this all in our ready function, but it is what it is. I think this is the last button that we're actually going to have in our menu, so it's not a big deal. And then, yeah, we'll want to set can close and disable all buttons. And that is it. I think we do also have a function for, let me see here. I mean, enabling buttons is fine, but I think yeah, I guess right now we'll just have to say if difficulty node, or we'll just copy this over. And we'll just say, we'll replace all of this with options menu node. Options UI node, I mean. Can close is true, enable, and then close. See, we started to work with a close sub UI, but I don't think we actually started using it. Let's see. Close sub. Or close sub UI. I think close sub UI is used when we press the continue button. So yeah, this is just a Boolean, but eventually we might want to use it. We might actually want to have a sub UI node. All right, so let's run it, see what happens. Click on options, and we get a bug. Because we don't have a, let me see here. Difficulty UI node dot connect press continue with close difficulty UI. This should be, let me see, non-existent function. Oh, this should be options UI node. But I don't think we have a continue button yet, so I wonder if that'll mess us up. All right, so what's weird is we've updated the sound effects and now they're gone. Wait, let me see. Options. Or maybe it doesn't do anything just yet. We set up debug. The debug works, but the effects don't seem to update. All right, let's see what's going on there. It also doesn't look too clean, in my opinion. We'll see what's going on there. So right now we have a script running for each of these sliders. Basically, we grab the key to edit. Right now, the key to edit is the name of the object, but right now it's capitalized. So we need to make sure, I mean, we could just say effects and music. And I hope that should fix it. We'll see right now. Yeah, there we go. So that affects the sound effects. If we were to reduce, another thing that's strange is once we create a new instance of this room, we're not actually grabbing the value of our effects. We're actually grabbing, we're actually just resetting this this slider. So on our ready function, we should check what this is and then compare it to our audio bus. Check what decibels I guess we're using. This goes from 72 to -6. Is it really? Oh, +6 to -80. So yeah, we'll want to fix that. So for now, let's leave it at 0. I've never messed with sliders too much, so we'll have to look into that. It should be pretty easy if we just look at the dots for it. But one thing I wanted to do before that, let me see. We can get rid of this panel thing. I'm not using the panel anymore. Let's delete this. Let's look at our slider. So I think the center would probably be 0 would probably be our lowest or like our standard volume, and then you can make it higher or lower. So let's see where we can do that. Texture, style box. This is only style box, so I think we have to go into. Let me see again. H slider. No. Slider. Scrollable tick, focus, size, editable, get tick count, scrollable, ticks on borders. What the hell? Current. How do you grab the current value? Focus mode. Drag started. Let's see. So it's saying get ticks, set ticks, but where is literally just get the, let me see something. Let's look at our signals. We have changed, emitted when min value and max value, page or step change. We have page value. Maybe it's value that it prints. What we'll do in our typical slider, whenever this happens, let's just print value and see what that is. So we go from to -100 up to 0. So I think what we'll want to do is maybe put 0 right here and maybe increase the. I think we'll want to increase the steps just a bit. From 0 to 100. I mean, yeah, we should do from -80, whatever's on our audio bus right here. So that's -80 to +6. Let's do that. So in our option slider, it also depends on the slider. So like if it is an effects volume or if it's music, our minimum value should be -80, and our max value should be 6. And then, it actually, I think it could go above that. I might be wrong though. But what we'll do here, I think in our ready function, because we are instancing these rooms, we'll say it depends on the name. So I guess we'll have another match statement. Or we can say if this is called effects, we could just say audio server dot get what was it? Get bus volume dB of audio server dot get bus index, or get bus. Let me see. Get audio server get and we have to put the index. I'm assuming maybe it's. I mean, we could grab the bus index of effects, and maybe that'll fix it, or maybe. Here, let's just do this. We'll see if it works. All right, so this is. I mean, this is going to be applied to all of our sliders right now, but it should work. All right, so yeah, right now we're at 0, and then if I go here, I set it to whatever negative 50, and then we go back into our options. It's still set back to 0. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, I think it's because we never actually set this to. Yeah, we never actually set this to the value. So we're gonna say, just slider dot value is equal to this. And yeah, that should fix it. No, it didn't fix. Let me see. Slider dot maybe we have to do dot set value. Audio server dot get bus volume of audio dot get bus volume of it's funny. We said I don't think we need this. It's a little redundant here. Get bus volume of audio server dot get bus index of our effects. That should be it. So let's try that one more time. There we go. Now it's updating. Okay. But you can see right now it's updating for both of these. So what we should do instead in our option slider is just say our slider is equal to the bus effect of get name or of our key to edit. Key to edit. And that way, if we were to run this again, we can update these sounds, and then update these, and there we go. Perfect. So what is next? I guess the next thing to do. Honestly, this doesn't look too bad. I thought this might look uglier. I can't tell, but this looks a little uneven. I think we might leave this the way it is for now. Let me look at our options menu. Oh yeah, it is a little uneven. Let's look at our option slider. This should be centered there. There we go. Okay, so there's just the minimum size here. So if we were just to go into our option slider, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we'll leave it the way it is. And right now we have this like time and strays and all of these deep, like, I don't know if this is intimidating for the player, so maybe what we should do is include this in the options and just say like display stats. We'll probably do that. So let's see what this value is here. Cats found, time. I think this is all in our options menu. Let me see. Time. Yeah, time.text, all of this stuff here. So what we'll say is wonder where we could put this. We can add this as its like own, we can make a child for this since we are grabbing our level manager. So we'll just say, let's do this. Let's create another node here. Put it right there. And we'll call this game stats. Throw these in here. Let's save it as its own scene. What am I working on today? Just some UI stuff. Player UI. Yeah, we'll just save it here. Game stats. And then we can should we get rid of game stats? We could still keep it in the options menu. Not sure. Let's see. It still does look a little intimidating. I might remove it. I don't know where we would put the game stats though. We'll figure it out. For now, in the options menu, let's make another checkbox here. Hey, how's it going, Zombie? So yeah, we'll say display stats. And for display stats, how do we want to do this? So I think what we'll do, so this is called debug. We match our display name. So we'll say display stats. And we should add this to our level manager really quick. So let's go back into escape menu. For game stats, we're gonna add a script here, and we'll just say on ready var, or just in our ready function for our level manager. Let's just create that variable. We'll say player stats display node is equal to null. And let's add, we'll say in our level manager, we'll just say level manager dot display, or player stats display node is equal to self. And then in our where is it? For this, we'll just say level manager, if pressed. You have a button pressed? What is this? If button pressed. Oh, yeah, right. If button pressed. Level manager dot display, or player stats display node dot visible is equal to false, or equal to true. Else false. And then debug UI dot show. Yeah, we don't do that. And by default, we should also make this game stats hidden. Oh, nice. New terrain video. I'll check it out. What's going on here? Okay, so time. This doesn't work anymore. What we'll want to do is, what we could say is player stats dot. Wait, let me see. We could add a script to our game stats that says like display or update. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll do func update. And we'll just grab these values right here. And then in our options menu, or our options menu? No, in our escape menu, we'll just say game stats dot update. If visible. Honestly, we only need to do this once. Right now we're running it in our physics process, which is like unnecessary. We could do this. I'm trying to think. Whatever, we'll leave it here for now. Let's just see if it works. Level manager player stats node dot visible. Let's try to spell it correctly. There we go. Let me get the Xbox controller out here. I also added some new sounds. So you can hear we have a new dash reset button, or a dash reset sound. Thanks. I was really proud of it as well. It reminds me of Dark Souls. I downloaded like a whole mobile music audio pack, and yeah, it seemed to work out for me. I think we updated one other sound too. We're gonna update this portal sound. They're to like a more like a pond drop. But let me see. Oh, another thing that I think we want to do is increase the for our options here. Oh, one, we can't even focus on it with our controller. But yeah, the steps I think are too small for each of these boxes. So let's go back into our option slider. And then for each of these, let's say the step is, I think 10 might be pretty good. From 6 to 10, that's only 8. But then if we start at 6, is 80 divisible by 6? 80 divided by 6. No, but whatever. We'll just leave it at 10. They'll never be able to hit. They won't be able to hit 0 again after editing the volume. That's okay. And then also, we want to make sure that in our options menu, we don't have an effect or a ready function for our options menu. I don't know if we should. Yeah, we should. We're just going to say effects dot grab focus. That's not okay. Yeah. Once you mess with the volume, you can never go back. I don't know. Like our max volume, like what are we supposed to do? Well, I mean, let me see. Oh, why didn't it grab? Oh, because effects is just a panel. So what we actually want to do. Wait, it's not a panel. It's a label. Actually, wonder how this would work. Get child. Let's see. Let's see if this actually works. We'll figure it out, Chev. I don't know. Maybe if it hits 2, we'll automatically set it to 0. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, and yeah, we could switch our focus. So that's good. Why don't I use percentage instead? Oh, that would be a good idea. Hey, how's it going, YouTunes? I need some help in a simple coding incident I'm trying to fix. What's your coding incident, Random Chair 22? Yeah, we'll do percentages, Chev. That's actually a good idea. Oh, I was just saying hi, YouTunes, and then someone on Twitch asked if they could get some help with some coding. So I'm waiting for them. But yeah, right now we're just working on UI stuff. I think we're basically done with display stats, debug. We got it all. We can still press P to restart those options. Oh, in our options menu, if we click debug and then we escape, we're creating a new instance, so then it disappears. So we need to make sure that in the ready function of those checkboxes, see, this is why we shouldn't have it like this, but we're going to do it anyway. On the ready function, we'll just say match the name and we'll want to set if it's checked or not, which is pressed. Okay. That's going to be, I guess, if it's visible. So we'll say what's going on here? We don't need this. If level manager.current world.record tilemap.visible. Oops. Slider 0 to 0.1, and then the actual volume equals max volume times slider dot value. Okay, yeah, we'll try that out in just a second. Let me just fix this. So display stats is going to be the same exact thing. Honestly, yeah, it doesn't matter which one it is. Checkbox at pressed equals true. And we can get rid of show timer and show deaths because we're just going to display everything. Yeah, so how I have the camera working is we set limits on it. So where's my player camera? It's also not a child of the player, I don't believe. Or maybe it is. I really can't say. Let's see. Is it our main scene or no, in our world demo? Yeah, this is our camera scene. Yeah, we just have it following the player, but then yeah, we set these limits here. And the limits are basically just, what is this? I actually don't remember how this works. But yeah, we are setting limits on the X and Y axis. All right, random chair 22. Random chair 22. New to coding, taking classes, and I'm recreating Tetris, and I'm making the border blocks. Here's a simplified version of the code. L is equal to the code for the block For entry range 11, y equals -5, outplace. Honestly, random chair, I'm not sure if I could understand from the message. If you want to message me on Discord, maybe that'd probably be better. Hey, how's it going, Phoenix? You're gay? Well, congratulations, man. All right, let's see. Let's see if we could update. Oh wait. First, let's see if our checkbox worked. I mean, it should work. Well, it shouldn't work. Dot pressed is equal to false. Invalid set index pressed. Checkbox. This is for our label. Let me look at our checkbox again. Maybe dot set. Yeah, checkbox dot pressed. That's what we did. Oh, it's because we spelled it wrong. Then you can have an idea of what you want to keep or make it harder for people to cheat. Yeah, for sure, YouTunes. That'd be awesome. Okay, so we display our stats, and then if we go back into our options, yeah, they stay displayed. Okay. Yeah, I would like to work on some anti-cheat. I think that's going to be like another thing that's like on the bottom of the priority list, but like eventually it needs to be done. Like once the base game is out, I would like for speedrunning, to be a thing. So yeah, we have to. We'll do it definitely. Like once the full game is out, for sure. Another thing that we could probably do to like manipulate or like check for cheating is we do have this like debug thing, and it's technically always running in the background. I feel like there's something that we could do to like check like our purple boxes should only ever be like 7 tiles apart, and if it's ever like more than that, then something is wrong. All right. Let's do the sound thing right now. Or like updating it based on percentages rather than just the value. So let me see what you sent, Chev. From 0 to 1. Um, and and the actual volume is equal to max volume times slider value. So max volume is 6. It's weird because in our audio bus, it goes from -72 or -80 to 6. So how would I do that? Lerp min value. So here, for our slider, let's say our min value is, our min value is 0, our max value is 1, our step is, let's say, 0.1, or 0.1. And then right here, value is, we would have to multiply this, but for now, value would equal what? Lerp min value? All right, I'll try that. Lerp. What is it? -80, 6, and what was our value? Okay. And then I guess it would be the same here. Oh wait, no, whoops. Key to edit. Value is gonna be equal to well, we'll figure that out for now. For now, let's just set it to 0. Is that what I did? Or did I do something else? -86. Oh, wait. This should be slider.value. Oh, wait, no, we don't need slider.value. So for the slider value, it's equal to inverse lerp of min, max, and our current. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that in just a second. Let's just see if this works the way it is. So if we set it to 0, it should be super quiet, which it is. And then if we go into options again, we set it to max. Yeah, then it's maxed. Let's see, like 50%. You know what's weird though? Like minus, it's actually like I can't hear anything at this point. Even though it's like at the half point of our audio bus, which is like negative. I would assume it'd be negative 10. Actually, from 0s to 6, that's it would be like what, negative. Let me see, calculator. 80 minus 6 divided by 2. At the half point, it's negative 37, which I think is already that's already like down here. Like we can't even hear that. So we might want to mess with those values some more. Oh, we could still kind of. Can we hear it? No, I can't hear anything. But yeah, like at the half point, oh, you could kind of hear it. Yeah, the reason why it's so quiet right now is because we actually manipulated the like before I started messing with the audio bus. We actually edited the sound effects themselves, so I could go back. We'll have to mess with it some more. But yeah, in our player sounds, let's say like you can see right here for like our jump sound, it's already at negative 15, so that's negative 15 plus negative 37, so that's already super quiet. It's like some sounds you might hear and some you won't hear. Let's get this slider value is equal to the inverse lerp of whatever these values are. So we'll do. Yeah, we could do negative 40. I'm just wondering because right now at negative 40, you could still hear the sounds of our UI. Oh, thanks for the follow, random chair. You can still hear it here a little bit, but at 0, it is pretty quiet. I mean, at negative 42, at the middle point, this is still pretty quiet. This should be like half volume. And I think what we could do is if it does hit 0, we could just we can mute it. So yeah, that could be an option. Hey, how's it going, Neo? Yeah, random. I'll try to answer your question in just a second. Let me just finish this. Where is it? In our option slider. So we'll try negative 40. And then our slider value is going to equal, get the index of this, but then we want to inverse lerp of negative 40, or do we want, let's keep it at negative 80 for now. Negative 80, 6, and this value right here. Yeah, technically 0 should be, you know what? Yeah, like this is normal volume, and then anything above this is like max volume, and then anything down here is just like super low volume. Maybe that's fine, I think that's how most games have it anyway. But yeah, this does seem relatively low. Maybe what we should do is actually have it exponentially grow. So actually, no, I don't know. It is pretty quiet though. So yeah, you don't start hearing the song until right there. And then anything below this, it's already basically muted. Unless maybe I'm just deaf. Let's try -40. I'm actually curious because my max volume is not that high. So let's see. Max volume. Oh yeah, I do start hearing it at this point. But yeah, anything below this, oh, I still hear it here too. Yeah, I think once we hit this spot right there, this is when I don't hear it. I do hear some static, but that's about it. Um, Alrighty. Yeah, we're all listening to music way too loud. Um, yeah, let's try -40 here. I'm just wondering if this will mess with it, because there's only one way to find out. So -40. Oh, whoops. So yeah, we still hear it at 0, but maybe what we could do is at 0 just mute the whole thing. Oh, Tiffany is getting a new job. Good for her. Is she like? Yeah, I was gonna ask. Is it like because the office is just bad, or is it because like she just found a better job? Let's try -60. Maybe at -60 it'll be fine. And then at -60 we'll just set it to 0. I mean, not 0. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't hear anything, and I hope no one else can hear anything. We can also add a toggle button that just says mute. Oh, damn. The guy after Bruce. And I think the guy before Bruce was also pretty bad, right? That's tough to hear. Well, we got everything done, I guess. We got our options menu. Oh, I did want to start working on the new. I know, Chev, you sent me like the code for the mouse. I'm like, I do want to work on it, but I also need to like dedicate. I don't think I'm going to do it today because I want to dedicate like a whole stream to it. Just messing around with the controls, and then we also want to add like key bindings and all of that. I could start working on key bindings today, but yeah, I remember watching a YouTube video on it, and I feel like there's like a bunch of things I need to set up. So we won't do that today either. Let me think about this. See if I was interested. Am I am I interested in in becoming the manager? Is that what they asked? I'm kidding. Why did I want to set up the mouse controls? Because I had a few people playtest the game, and I noticed, well, most people don't have a controller, and so they have to use mouse and keyboard. But they found it very hard to use the mouse and keyboard, or just the mouse. Just the keyboard. So I thought mouse would make it a little easier. Like since if you are a keyboard and mouse player, maybe you're used to using your mouse. There's like League of Legends. If you play FPSs, a lot of people tend to know how to control their mouse well. So I'm thinking maybe that'll help them have a better feel. Yo, Skull, how's it going? You streamed earlier today? Am I following you? Damn, the bots are back. Let me see. What are you on YouTube? On YouTube. Whoa. Are you streaming on YouTube or on Twitch? All right. What's left for us to do on the agenda? Let me take out our notes. Let's see. We got rid of dashing up near a spike. Someone told me that this was a bug, but I couldn't find it anywhere. We have pick movement type. I guess this is like next on our agenda. Today is what, Thursday or Friday? Today's Friday. I wanted to release a demo today actually, like just an updated version of our UI and the controls. There's one bug. Okay, there's one bug that we need to fix. Oh, and grabbing temporary platform. If you grab it, it doesn't fall. So we can fix that as well. But yeah, there's one other bug, and that's click dash after def still runs. Right now you're using the direction the player is pressing, right? The easier the controls, the better. For a game like this, the mouse seems a bit much. Honest opinion. So honestly, dude, I don't know because everyone's been giving me like mixed responses. Like some people are saying they really like the mouse. Some people are saying they hate the mouse. Some people say that the mouse controls don't feel like I don't know, like they don't have the muscle memory for it. So like dashing diagonally is kind of hard, or like it doesn't seem intuitive to press ZXC and then arrow keys at the same time. So it's like really weird for people. I keep getting mixed. Yeah, like I said, I keep getting mixed answers from everyone. Um, so that's why I'm going to create key bindings and just let the people decide. So yeah, like I personally prefer the controller. Like that's my favorite. I like using a D-pad, because you know the input that you get is what you press. Like there's almost never any mistakes. I could up left, up right, down, left. Like it's super easy. With the mouse, it's a little harder because like, well, it grabs the closest direction, but like I can make it work. But sometimes it might be a little weird for some people. Yeah, creating options I think is the best way to go about it because like it's a little overwhelming that like the responses that I get is like, hey, your controls suck, but like I switch it back and forth, and then varying people say give me different responses. But actually, um, I don't think anyone's used I haven't seen anyone use the mouse controls and actually like it. So you guys might be onto something. But I also see that people are struggling with the keyboard. So I don't know. If in a perfect world, everyone had a controller. And I'm gonna put a notification in the front of the game that says this game is best played with a controller. It's just that I don't think most people have controllers. Unless if this is released for like Switch and stuff, then it'd be perfect. Or like on the Steam Deck, if the Steam Deck was the standard or Xbox was the standard, and it was easy to release on Xbox as it is to release on Steam, then we might be in a good spot. Yeah, if you can, try it out with the mouse. But also the movement of the mouse might be. Yeah. The demo. Oh, it's on. I don't have a Linux version right now. I should get to that. I wanted to test it on my machine first. And I'm thinking if people use keyboard, I might want to increase like the dash time or dash delay. So like right now there's a 0.2 second, 2 seconds delay. Also, I mean, if you're using keyboard, you could just change the difficulty to easy, and then that would make the game a lot, I guess, easier for you to like rotate around. Well, well, not for me apparently. Yeah, I had a browser version, but the thing is, you can't bound the keyboard or the mouse to the center on browser, so I just deleted the browser version. I didn't want it to like misrepresent the game. You had a hard time with controller, but it was your rage for the most part. That's funny. But the thing is, like, I feel like raging only happens when the game feels unfair, and I'm trying to avoid that. Like when I played Skull's game, I never raged, or at least the only time I did quote unquote rage was when I felt like something was unfair. But yeah, for the most part, it wasn't unfair. And with my game, maybe I'm too self-critical, but like I see someone doing something, and then I'm thinking, hey, wait, this might be too unfair for the player. And I think it's just a matter of teaching the mechanics, but at the same time, maybe I should just make the level easier. We'll see. Or teach the mechanics better. But yeah, that's you, Utunes. Like you get mad at yourself, but like I wouldn't be surprised if like someone, I'm pretty sure the majority of players are, younger than us, younger than me, and if that's the case, if it's like, let's say it's like someone who's 10 years old that plays my game, they're going to rage, or they might rage, and they might blame it on the game. And I'd like to avoid that, if it's possible to. So that's why we're including options for everyone. We'll see how it goes. So honestly, I think we're good to release the game like this. Let's fix the dash. I think that's the one thing I'd like to see fixed before we release it. So right now on dash reset, or when we reset our stats, or let me see, reset variables, click input is set to false, but we're still teleporting for some reason. Yeah, left click input is equal to false. Let me see something. Is activate input set to false as well? That might be the issue. And let's do... Hopefully that fixes our bug. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's because we have a timer, and our timer doesn't reset, or resets the variables after it's done. So if you click while you're in the death state, then you would teleport. But now it's fine. This might happen for some cases, like in the... actually, let's look at that right now. For our zipline, I think there's also some sort of... There's like an... It's not really an input error, but it's like we're running... If we enter the zipline, we need to make sure that we reset those variables. That's right here. Actually, we'll test it out in our teleporter room. Okay, dash through here. Yeah, the mouse is pretty hard to control. I don't know. Oh, and also, this kind of this happens from time to time. Should see what's going on there. Maybe if we full screen it, it won't be an issue. Oh, you guys can't see if I full screen. Yeah, we'll keep it looking. Oh my god. What if I increase the speed? Like I said, with all of these kinds of things, I need to just give players the options. Because it's like, everyone is different. Like, everyone's going to have preferences. I'm going to... Alright, now we're in full screen. So that bug shouldn't happen. Well, it's not a... I don't know why it's happening. But yeah, we're bounding our screen, but we're not bounding it to the center. So we'll have to figure out what's going on there. Okay, yeah. So you'll see I'm like... Actually, let me try that again. So wait, maybe it's not a bug. I remember, like, I guess maybe if we enter it and then I press dash, that's what causes the issue. I think maybe I'll add a timer. Like the second you enter the zip line, there's going to be a timer that disables mouse input for a split second, or dash input for a split second, in case they decide, in case for that, like, it's not necessarily user error, but it's like, because now when you enter the zip line, it's automatic. It used to be that you had to dash into the zip line, but now you could just hit the hitbox, and it does it automatically for you. But I guess I have the muscle memory of dashing into it, but sometimes I'm a little late. So let's see what we could do here. You need to post a devlog before streaming to show the update so far. You know what you could do? You could also just stream. I feel like I should do this. Like if I ever do tutorial streams, I would just, well, if I ever did tutorial videos, I would just stream the tutorial and then clip it and then like edit it. So you get like two birds with one stone. But that's just me personally. Yeah, I see Skull. Yeah, I think the best bet is just to give the player the option to choose. And there's even going to be, okay, so look, there's going to be mouse sensitivity. Yeah, I'll even write this down. So like for key bindings, there would be like mouse position relative to center, mouse position relative to player. I actually prefer this type of movement. Dashing based on, like, instead of showing that arrow that was like circling around the player, I actually prefer to not have the arrow and just have like our mouse visible, and then based on the player's position, I would like dash around. That's just me personally, but someone told me that was difficult for them. So yeah, that's why we changed it to the arrow. But yeah, this might be a good option. And then let me think. Then we also want to have mouse sensitivity. And then we want, controller options, or controller key, I guess, key binding, or controller bindings. Edit controller. And edit keyboard bindings. That's like everything I want to do for, I guess we'll call this controls instead. So I think we are fine the way it is. Let me try it one more time with the zip line. We could add a timer, but that might introduce some other bugs. Oh wait, let's move our player forward a bit. Oh no, we missed it. That's okay. So I noticed For me, I tend to dash like upwards with this, like upright instead of left. That's just me. Or like I just miss it from time to time. Oh my goodness. Damn, yeah, mouse is mouse is kind of hard. I am trying. Let me. What's going on here? All right, yeah, we'll leave it the way it is. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with monitors. I have a. I don't even know what I have. I think I have a Samsung, like 20. What is it? 24, 22 inches. It was like I think it was like $200 or something like that. Alrighty, we'll leave the game like this, and I'm gonna upload this new version. I know it's a. I think it's 100. If you're asking me, mine is like I think it's 144 hertz or 120. You can curve the screen like it. I know like there are curved monitors, but you can curve it yourself. Is that what you're saying? So that's pretty cool. I'm cool with whatever monitor I have, um, as long as I have two. You know, I like having two. It's like the perfect amount for me. All right, let's export this project. Export. Let's do that. Afterlife demo. We'll call this 1.2. Let's just call it 1.2.1 or 0.2.1. Oh yeah, Neo has a crazy curved monitor. That monitor is like the size of the of two of mine. I feel like it kind of makes sense because like our eyes are like, are they technically straight? I don't know. I feel like a curve would make sense, but I guess we're just so used to flat screens. Or I mean, like technically, a keyboard is not as ergonomic as it could be, but we still use keyboards, right? Same with flat screens and curved screen. Flat screens compared to curved screens. Oh yeah, I could see why it's more immersive. Like especially if you're playing like a racing game or like a flight simulator, something like that. I mean, ideally you would want like, I mean that's what they do with multiple screens, right? They'll have like one screen in the center, two screens on the right, maybe one screen above to give you like the full, 180 degrees. And a curved screen kind of does that already if it's big enough. So we exported our game. Let's see. What that looks like. Oh, there is one issue. Our volume is messed up here. So let's go back into our game. Yeah, we set this. Let's set this to 0. Let's set everything to 0. How do we set it to 0? I can't tell what it is. They literally won't let me pick 0. Alright, well, point 1 it is. Same with music, same with master. Oh my goodness, this is so loud. I'm wondering if I should add like a quick notification that says this game is best played with the controller. Oh damn, 25 pounds. Let me just see if we can find a controller asset really quick. You know what? Let's just do this. We'll make a new scene. We'll say this is best played with the controller. Did it update? Oh, we changed it for buttons. We want it for our label here. You know what else we'll do? We'll just add this as a notification. All right, I forgot how the script works. We just say we emit the signal continued. So if, yeah, let's save this. In our UI, we'll call this, I don't know, notifications. I think I usually see this notification on games that it just says best played with controllers. I think this should be fine, hopefully. Also, we do want to make sure that this grabs our. This is our only. I guess we'll just add a quick script. Let's just say continue button dot grab focus. And then in our pregame options menu, where is it? So we have our controls panel path. Let's add our what did we call it? Best played with controller. And then we'll add this before the we actually showed the controls. Temp panel.connect, press continue with select next screen. Is that what we run here? Press continue? Emit signal button pressed. Let me see. Temp panel.connect, press to continue. So let's just make sure we add this here. We'll just say continue button dot connect to what would we call it? Press continue. Oh, we could also just say pressed. And then without a mouse pad. Honestly, it might not be too bad with the mouse pad because the new controls are going to be relative to like the direction that you press, so it could work out. Who knows? We'll see. It should be relative. It would be like, you know, you're playing on like on an iPhone or something. You know what I mean? Or at least that's what I'm trying to go for. I want to make it as simple as possible, or as intuitive as possible. So emit signal, press to continue. This should work the way it is, I hope. Let's try. Pregame menu. There we go. And let's just try it with the controller. So it doesn't grab. Let's just make sure we grab the focus for each of these scenes. Wait. Over here, we're saying continue button grab focus. So it should have already grabbed the focus. Maybe, wait. Let's try that again. All right, maybe I'm just tripping. It seems like it worked. Oh, whoops, wrong scene again. Oh, really? That's funny. How are we jumping in our game? Oh no, this... No, what do I do here? I'm stuck. Yeah, you could stream the game. I'm about to end the stream here, so we can hop over onto yours. Although I am going to head out soon. So here, if you want, let me upload this version really quick, if that's okay. Just add aim assist. You know, I think I was playing 2 days ago, and after hearing you mention it, I did start to notice the aim assist a lot more. But I actually did some research on it, and what I found is controller users do have an advantage in close range combat, but for something close range combat is only in standard or standalone Modern Warfare. But in Warzone, it's going to be a lot easier. I think it'll be a lot easier for mouse and keyboard players because the fights that you take might be longer distances. So as a mouse and keyboard player, you should keep that in mind and always stay far away from people. You know what I mean? That way your tracking is a lot better than someone with a controller. The other one, the controls are the same, but there are some bugs with it, Chev. So when you die and you click, if you click while you're dead, it's going to force you to dash. And yeah, the menu looks nicer now, but yeah, that's just about it. Oh yeah, and we updated the sounds. So yeah, let's export this one more time. Embedding failed. Rename temporary file. Oh wait. Failed to rename temporary file. .temp. Okay. I think it's fine. Let's see. Here, let's just delete these two. Oh, I think it's... Is it because our game still exists? Oh, yeah. Let's delete that. And export it one more time. Yeah, I'm going to upload it right now. Wait, let me just test it really quick. I just want to make sure nothing's broken here. Alrighty. Yeah, we're good. Close this. Alright, we just gotta move this up. Oh, whoops. Every time I upload a new version, we have to do this, which is kind of annoying. Eventually, if I have like 20 files in here, I'm gonna have to probably start deleting some. So let's just rename this to old. Nice. Thanks, Neo. Yeah, memory is the official name. I know I didn't. I have to update. I know. Yeah, right here it says Afterlife. Recommended 630 by 500. I wonder if I already have that image. Let's see. 630 by 500. Oh, yes, we do. There we go. All right, we're all set. Awesome, your tunes. Let me know. And I don't know when we'll do a competition pretty soon. Maybe. So yeah, the competition involves whoever gets the highest speed run, or I mean, I guess the lowest time on the speed run, not including myself, will get a free copy of the game. But I mean, that's not much of a reward. But maybe I'll also include you in like the Hall of Fame, some Hall of Fame in the game, a hidden room where all the best times will be recorded. Yeah, that's it for today. For the people on Twitch, if you would like to stick around, I will try to raid someone. Let's see what we got. Oh yes, we're gonna raid Titan. He's raided me so many times. I think. What is he doing though? He's just chatting, but let's raid him. Yeah, I still would like to do it. I think it would be fun, you know? So yeah, Titan is a fellow game dev. If you have seen me on Twitch before, he usually he raids me a lot, so I want to get back at him a couple of times. I don't think he's doing game dev, but his streams are usually pretty fun to watch. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace. And as for the YouTube people, we're still technically here, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream. I'll see you. Bye bye.